Hi, you're watching Swa Indienne with me, Namrata Kumar. Joining us today is Mrinalini Chandra, known for her quirky jewelry and iconic kaleeras. Hi, Mrinalini. Thank you for joining me. So lovely
Hi,
to
how are
see
you?
you. And,
Same here.
I have a special bond with you because we went to the same college together. You were my
Yes.
junior. So this is going to be a special interview. Tell me something. How did jewelry design happen to you?
uh, so I wanted to, when I went to NIFT, I wanted to be a designer of sorts. I didn't know what. I come from Lucknow, and my exposure was if you want to become a designer, you go to NIFT.
So, what is the essence of Mrinalini Chandra, which is your label? What is the
Um,
essence? How would you define what Mrinalini Chandra, the jewelry designer, or the designs of jewelry stand for?
uh, so I feel like a lot of my inspiration comes from the craft that I've seen growing up. So that is the heart of the brand. Like it's the heart of the brand is to work with as many crafts as possible. And coming from like everybody, all Indian designers have the gift to really play with. I mean, it's like it's the widest, I think, set of different kind of crafts that we have here. So that, I think, combining that with a possibility of a commercial aspect outside of India, like basically taking a craft and figuring out how you can actually combine it with commercial viability and wearability and keeping its essence intact. So because true luxury, I feel, is in the hands of the karigars. So I think if that is
Absolutely.
if that has the
Something
right
that
kind
can't
of
be replicated by machinery.
at all, it's like I definitely believe that. And it's something that I have tried to manage to not disturb so far, and it's something that I want to keep. It's the most precious thing to me, I think. Yeah, every
Absolutely.
collection is inspired by a different craft, and we go to where the craft is based out of, and me and my team, and we try to develop most pieces there, and then depending on how it has to be developed further, we develop the sellable
So,
collection.
tell me something. I mean, you started off as a jewelry designer, and how did the whole Kalira journey get forged? Like, how did you begin to do Kaliras, including the
So
big fat Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas wedding? Please tell us about that.
so as a part of my first collection, it was called Please Have a Seat. It was about it was all possible chair sitting situation that I had ever seen, that I've tried to amalgamate in a very Indian
I
way.
love the ear cuff. I think I saw it in one of the magazine editorials. The ear cuff with the
Study chairs
chairs
hanging.
hanging from it. It was just absolutely so quirky and
Thank
fun.
you, thank you. Actually, when I was making this collection, I really didn't know if it's going to be received that well, or I didn't know if it is going to be worn by so many people, because so when you study at a design college, everything, you don't really think of the actual the wearability factor so much. We all tend to be a little artistic in our approach, and we tend to forget that somebody's going to wear it. And I learned it along the way that okay, one of my close friends suggested that why don't you do really floor length, like if you're doing, why just go maximal with it. And I was like, okay, why not. And then we made the kaliras as our main as the showstopper piece. And I made them floor length. I The inspiration was the final wedding scene where everybody's eating, that that the bride and groom are there, but there are like some 100 chairs and tables around them, that final when they're on the stage. So it's that scene. So it had like some 30-40 dining table chair situations happening on the kaliras. And that was just the finale look, but which, I mean, it became really popular. But she was
And
a
what
game
was the
changer for me.
brief given to you by Miss Chopra Jonas is what I'm sure everybody, all our viewers would like to know.
So it was a very clear brief for me that I had to work about with a love story that the whole world wanted to know more about. So it was just extremely
And
amazing working with her.
has she been the most fun and equally challenging bride you've ever dressed?
Uh, Not at all challenging actually, because it just my entire working with Priyanka's Kalira, with Ami, with Priyanka, it fit like a glove,
Oh,
because everything,
amazing.
it was really really smooth, and it was just something that I was most excited to do, because also she told me I want to do my love story, and I wanted to do something extremely unique for her. And when I showed her the units and she finalized them, it just kept coming together so smoothly that it was just very very organic, the whole process.
Wonderful.
And it got ready, and I will never forget how her reaction when she saw them for real, because she really liked them. And it was very very special for me to to
Oh
be
no,
able to
it's
do
definitely
something.
a milestone moment in anyone's career to be dressing up or to be styling someone of that stature. I mean, it's Priyanka Chopra we're talking about, and that must have been a real key moment for you as a designer. So really big congratulations for that. I know I'm three years late in congratulating
No,
you
no,
personally, but great
no, it
job.
never gets old. It'll never get old for me.
Acha, talking about gorgeous, I love what you're wearing. Can you please tell us a little bit about what it is?
Yeah, these are my hibiscus earrings. Maybe I should just come a little closer.
Uh-huh.
So I'm obsessed with flowers, and especially all the flowers that you see in different regions. So I grew up traveling. My dad's in the services, so there was everywhere there was this new thing. So I kept so every time you leave a city, you leave friends behind. So the only thing that was common was that like the greenery, nature, because UP has so many greens, different kind of flowers. So that one thing that was always common for me was seeing the same flowers.
What sort of techniques have gone into making it? Is there any sort of
So
enamel or?
yes, this is enameling. It's made in enameling, and it's a very lightweight piece. So we avoid doing casting as a label. We try to do as less casting as possible, and so most of the pieces are made by hand. So each of these, once we have the flower, we replicate it with dye pressing or other forms where there is no plastic waste. And then we do gold plating, and the material for this piece is actually recycled metal. We collect a lot of metal and then we recycle, and we use 7 metal to cast our base metal sheets. And then after that we just get our forms, and then this is hand enameled, and it takes a long time to make them.
Wonderful.
But I have a whole series of flowers we've covered. It's called Valley de Fleur, which means the Valley of Flowers. And every few months, I keep adding a new flower to the story. So it's
Great.
something that I just do out of, just for my own joy, like that.
Nalini, it's been so wonderful talking to you. And you always bring a smile to my face. Thanks so much for taking time out, and all the best with everything you venture into.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much. It was lovely talking to you.
Thanks.